The next speaker is Bimal Khadka. He's from the British organization Medact, which is a group of medical professionals that is working under or related to the international campaign against nuclear weapons, ICAN, the Nobel Prize winners 2017, I think. Yes. So I give the floor to you.
Thank you so much. I feel very privileged to be here, and I can still remember a few faces of last year. We did the Peace March from Norwich to Lakenheath, and I was one of the cyclists. My name is Bimal Khadka. I represent Medact, a charity organization of medical professionals, and we work closely with the Lakenheath Alliance for Peace and CND. And I also sit in the board member of IPPNW, which is International Physician for Prevention of Nuclear War, which was also a Nobel Peace Prize in 1985 during the Cold War era. So on your tables, you might have seen Don't Bank on the Bomb. So this is one of our running projects at the moment. And this is, I think, also the answer that we had a question earlier, what we do with our money. Have we got any financial advisor? I think you can get each and every answers on this project. And currently we are running an open letter to the bank which says, dear Barclays, Lloyds, and other Standard Chartered and other financial institutions, that we are encouraging them and writing a letter as a petition that our money, it's our hard-earned money that shouldn't be invested in our nuclear weapons. I would be humbled if you could go through on it later on and sign the petition. And even you can personally give a letter to the bank manager to ask for what their opinion are. So, as you could see, recent government policies here in the UK has been, they have much more favor for the arms industries and to pour lots of money in the upgrading their nuclear weapons by taking money from the social welfare, winter fuel and everything. And it's quite written and researched, and you can read it as well, just to give you an idea. The UK has 225 nuclear weapons. It can be launched from submarines. In 2023 alone, Britain increased spending on nuclear weapons by 17%, up to the £6.5 billion. And over the past 5 years, British spending on nuclear weapons rose by a staggering 43%. So this is just a fact. And myself, I work in A&E as an A&E doctor, so I know how busy it is. The corridor treatment and everything, that's reality. And that's the fact. But the government, either it's the Tories or it's the Labour, they always been favoring the military-industrial complex, or say the civil-industrial complex. Apart from the Don't Bank on the Bomb, I would also like to highlight a recent article 2 days back. It was in Lakenheath, in BBC, and it was about the Lakenheath, so I thought maybe I could share with you. And this was much more to do with the drill. As I'm an A&E doctor, so I mostly deal as a frontline worker. So they have done a drill in this September last year in a scenario that maybe a small nuclear weapons plane got maybe somehow got crashed in Lakenheath. So what will be the responsibility? How well they are prepared for that? And you can see that interview and even getting the local council members, that how local people will be made aware of that incident. So in that article it says, some people says we need a siren system, because at the moment they haven't got any siren or anything like that. If somehow, if there is a nuclear accident, how are we gonna deal with it? Some says, oh, we need to have a siren system in Lakenheath so that the people will be made aware that there is an accident. Some says, I don't bother about the siren system. If the bomb is detonated, it will be detonated. But other people says, oh no, the children in the school, they must be kept in the school. They shouldn't come out from the school. You can find, it's 2 days article, 2 days ago, it was in BBC, and it says, the local member says, we need to have more transparency regarding such a drill which is being done on Lakenheath. So as you know, as coming from the medical background, I would say, even if, say, somehow there's a war or even an incident, there's nothing we can do. All we can do is prevent the war and prevent such accidents. Either it can happen every day. As you could notice today, the plane's been circling around and they've been practicing. And sometimes they do with the real weapons kept in the planes and then do their practice. But you never know, anything can happen. So I do have one small video as well. It's a video audio from ICRC, which we closely work with, International Committee for Red Cross. And they give you an idea what's going to happen if it's, say, there's a nuclear accident. Is there anything we can do? Definitely not. And it's a very informative and powerful audio. Let me play it for you.
In the first second, the white light is blinding, the heat immense. In the first day, fires consume the city, and there's no way to fight them. Your skin is badly charred. In the first week, those hospitals that are still functioning are overwhelmed and can't treat the injured. Others who seem fine suddenly fall ill and die from radiation sickness. In the first year, radiation has seeped into the water and the soil. Crops and animals are contaminated. In 10 years, congratulations. You might not have leukemia or another cancer, but many of your friends do. You fear it will come any day. In 30 years, you look at your children wondering if you've passed on the effects of radiation. In 70 years, you're still seeing your doctor for checkups. He says it's a miracle you're still alive. The humanitarian consequences of nuclear weapons are horrific and span generations. It's time to ban them now.
Thank you, and I have another one.
The alert comes through quickly. Your team is ready to help, but can you? Your first thought is to the survivors. Hospitals there are severely damaged, electricity and water are cut off, and life-saving equipment lies in fragments. What's worse is the doctors, nurses and first responders are also among the victims. But can you send people in? Your maps aren't much use now. The blast wave and fireball have destroyed buildings, covered roads in rubble, and torn train tracks from the ground. Maybe you could airlift teams in, but how many would be willing to go somewhere highly radioactive, and how much help will they be? No equipment exists to protect them from some of the radiation seeping through. Can you justify putting even more people at risk? Even if you get in, the number of victims is beyond anything you've ever seen. Tens of thousands may be dead, and hundreds of thousands injured. Survivors are slowly moving, carrying on them radioactive dust. They all need shelter, food, water, and to be decontaminated. And what to do with the massive dead bodies? How to identify them, inform their families, and ensure their remains are properly buried. There's no way to really help victims of a nuclear attack. These weapons should never be used. All states must join the Nuclear Ban Treaty.
Thank you.